Lovely, lovely, wonderful people. A pleasant afternoon to everybody. All right, lovely people. There seems to be a conspiracy theory that the Hurricane Melissa, was manufactured. And I'm reading something here from the Gleaner, speaking with Chief Meteorologist Evan Thompson, and he really dismisses the online rumors speculating Melissa being man-made. He said that would really surprise me. He's a principal director of the Meteorological Service of Jamaica, and he has scoffed at online conspiracy theories that the island's recent hurricane, was manufactured, declaring that such an idea is impossible and without any scientific basis. Speaking with the Gleaner, Thompson said he had never heard of anyone creating a hurricane and stressed that the system's formation, track, and intensity were all in line with forecasts issued by the Met Service. And this is him speaking now. He said, I've never heard of anyone manufacturing one. He said, I don't know that it's possible. Definitely not in Jamaica. If somebody else was doing it somewhere else, I still don't think it's possible. That would really surprise me. Thompson acknowledged that technology continues to advance, but maintained that there is no scientific basis to support claims of artificial storm creation. So don't compare that with like rainfall creation. All right, storm creation. He also said that nothing unusual about the hurricane's development. There was nothing unusual about the hurricane's development. When we saw what we saw was what we expected to see in the system, he explained, which is true, because the way how he expressed it, I just didn't know that the decimation would have been that bad, but he really, with the way how he brought it across, I expected something, really, something bad, I should say. The track was forecast, the increases in speed were forecast, and the slow movement initially was forecast. He did a good job in what he had forecasted and told us. All those things were forecast. He added that the rapid intensification observed in recent tropical systems has long been predicted as a consequence of climate change, which we have heard, not an indication of manipulation. So it's because of climate change. The new thing about systems developing so fast was also forecast with climate change. He said, so I don't think anything happened that baffled us. Which is true, because he basically, let's use a word, did a fourth telling of what the hurricane would have been and the kind of damage it would have created. It's just that because we really see it, it is unbelievable to the eyes. Responding to public questions about the apparent lack of thunder and lightning during the hurricane, Thompson said he could not address that with any certainty. It could be that people didn't hear it because of the noise of the wind and rain. Let me tell you, he could have a point, because, even though I'm in Kingston and we didn't feel it in the way how the people in the West and some sections in other parishes like St. Thomas and some sections in rural St. Andrew and so on, the wind, because of the howling sound, that can sometimes distract you, not even realizing what's going on. And can you imagine the West, it must be a roaring sound if we are hearing a howling sound. If we were hearing a howling sound in Kingston. It could be that people didn't hear it because of the noise of the wind and rain, he explained. Or maybe the area they were in had more rain clouds than thunderstorm clouds. Okay, yeah, I didn't even look at it that way. He noted too that lightning and thunder are feature more in thunderstorms, but it was likely there were some in Melissa. This is him speaking now. I can't explain if none was detected or heard, he said. The most I could do is check whether we have any evidence of lightning or thunderstorms within the system. Maybe from some imagery, we have some amount of lightning detection. I could check that. Thompson emphasized that the absence of thunder or lightning does not make a hurricane unusual. I coming to think of it, he has a point. I can't really recall the last hurricane that we had. Which one was it? It's apart from Beryl. Like, it was Ivan was before Beryl. I can't remember seeing a lot of lightning or hearing a lot of thunder. I really don't remember, to be honest with you. You hear a lot of the wind, the howling of the wind and the rain and all of that. That much I can remember. You know, in the meantime, the meteorologist said that while Jamaica's forecasting systems continue to improve, public understanding remains a challenge. Sometimes people latch on to the first forecast and ignore later ones, then say we were wrong. It has to do with, intelligence quotient and emotional intelligence too. Simple, lacking knowledge and the application of the knowledge. That is why. And they hold on. They're very dogmatic. So if they hear something and it just corroborates a wrong feeling within, they're going to go with the wrong feeling within. That's how people tend to be sometimes. Thompson said, but forecasts are updated every day as new information comes in. He reminded the public to rely on the latest official forecasts from the Met Service rather than outdated information or social media rumors. We do forecasts every morning and evening, he noted. The evening one is informed by more data, so that's the one people should trust. Thompson said the agency continues to refine how it communicates weather information to ensure that Jamaicans better understand the science behind forecasting. People don't always, he's speaking now, people don't always fully understand some of the terms we use, he said. So we're learning how to communicate better based on what we see people do not understand or don't understand. The Category 5 system, which is the country's most dangerous hurricane is recorded history, made landfall near New Hope, Westmoreland with speed winds of up to 185 miles per hour on Tuesday, causing widespread devastation in parishes including Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, St. Ann, and Trelawney, and St. James. And there are pockets in St. Thomas that felt, some devastation in a sense. Pockets in rural St. Andrew, pockets in Clarendon, Old Harbour, and St. Catherine. So, but not widespread like the West. Not widespread like the West. People, listen. We have to be careful of some of the things that we're roaming with. We need to, we have to be careful. We have to be very careful because it would be so foolhardy for them to manufacture that in so many ways, more than one. It would prove fruitless and not worthwhile for them to be manufacturing these things. There is no profit, there is no gain, in terms of doing that. And for it to go at an intensity of Category 5, So we have to be very careful of the things that we're hearing online. And one of the things I find with humankind, when there is a lack of critical thinking skills and comprehension skills and a lack of knowledge and the application of knowledge, any wind of information that comes and it corroborates a negative and unfounded view, you're going to hold on to it and think it is gospel and think it is true, so you have to be careful of the conspiracy theory. It is not manufactured. No, I know that I believe was not manufactured. It's a natural disaster that affected the West predominantly and other sections of the island, yes. And we just have to find a way to come again, wheel and come again. We just have to find that way to wheel and come again. It's going to take some time. It's going to take effort. It is going to take unity and harmony, not division, which I'm seeing, and politicizing things and creating these conspiracy theories. We need to stop it. And we need to focus at the task at hand. And there is always a lesson. Whatever you see happen, there is always a lesson in it. It is time for us to do an inventory, take stock at our lives, take stock at the things that we are doing, take stock at how we are treating people, take stock of, just the kind of lives that we are living. What came to my mind? How many people before the hurricane, how many people really get up every day and say, Lord, thank you for your blessings, your favor. Thank you for allowing me to see this wonderful day. Help me to just do right by you and to do right by people. Even if I slip up, let me forgive myself, let them forgive me, and let me move on. And let me forgive other people too. How many of us do these things on a day-to-day basis or as often as possible? We just get up and we mosey along. Look at, for example, in the hurricane, you still had the looters, still had the criminals. It's like they respect neither God nor man nor beast, So we have to educate and inform ourselves with credible information. Don't just run with conspiracy theories. Sometimes they may be true in some things, but in this case, no. Anyway, guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lions. Thank you.